Before this story begins, promise me one thing. If your heart races even once, if any moment makes you smile, tear up, or believe in love again, hit like, subscribe, and stay till the end, because the ending holds a surprise you won't forget. She never imagined that the boy who once borrowed her notes during tuition would one day rule boardrooms, own skyscrapers, and look at her like she was the only thing he could never buy. And yet here he was, standing right in front of her. "Anaya," he said softly, but his voice carried the weight of a storm. Her heart stopped. 5 seconds earlier, she was just another junior employee in a massive glass building. 5 seconds later, her tuition crush, the boy she loved silently, painfully, was revealed as Mr. Lee Wai. And the billionaire CEO everyone feared. And the way he looked at her, it wasn't professional, it was personal. 10 years ago, Anaya was a quiet middle-class girl attending evening tuition after college. She always sat in the last row, clutching her notebook like armor. Life had taught her early that dreams were expensive and love even more so. Li Wei sat 2 benches ahead, tall, calm, always focused. He rarely spoke, but when he did, the entire room listened. Anaya noticed everything: his neat handwriting, the way he adjusted his watch, how he helped others without expecting thanks. She noticed and she fell. Silently, one rainy evening, she forgot her umbrella. As she stood helplessly outside the tuition center, Li Wei walked up and held his umbrella over her head. "You'll catch a cold," he said. That was it. That was the moment her heart decided its fate. But crushes like hers don't get happy endings. She was ordinary, he was destined for something bigger. And one day he stopped coming to tuition. No goodbye. No explanation. Just gone. Years passed. Life wasn't kind to Anaya, but it made her strong. Her father fell ill. Dreams were replaced with responsibilities. She worked harder than anyone, believing that pain, when faced honestly, turns into power. She joined Lee Global Corp as a junior analyst, unaware of fate's cruel joke. On her first day, the office buzzed with fear and excitement. She's ruthless. He's young, rich, and dangerous. When the elevator doors opened, Anaya froze. Those eyes, that face, her umbrella boy, but colder, sharper, untouchable. Li Wei walked in like he owned the world, because he did. His suit was flawless, his presence commanding, but when his eyes met hers, the room disappeared. Shock flashed across his face, then something darker. Possession. From that day on, Anaya's life changed. Meetings she was randomly invited to. Projects personally reviewed by the CEO. His gaze always finding her in crowded rooms. She tried to stay invisible. But Li Wei had waited 10 years. One night, she stayed late finishing reports. The office lights were dim when the elevator suddenly stopped on her floor. Li Wei stepped out. "Why did you pretend not to know me?" he asked quietly. Her voice trembled. "You're the CEO. I'm no one." He walked closer, too close. "You were never no one to me." Her breath caught. He reached out, then stopped. "You disappeared," she whispered. "I thought you forgot." His jaw tightened. "I left because my father died, because I had to choose survival over love. And when I came back for you, you were gone." Tears filled her eyes. 2 broken hearts, same pain, different scars. But love stories are never simple. A powerful board member wanted Anaya removed. Rumors spread. Her integrity was questioned. The same office that once ignored her now judged her. Anaya resigned. She refused to be the reason behind his weakness. The next morning, Li Wei shut down the entire board meeting. "She is leaving because of you," he said coldly. "So I'm done playing nice." He went to her small apartment that night. Rain poured just like years ago. When she opened the door, he pulled her into his arms. A tight, desperate hug. Not the hug of a billionaire, but of a man afraid of losing the only woman who ever mattered. "I don't care about the world," he whispered. "I care about you." She cried into his chest. Years of silence finally breaking. Together, they fought back. Li Wei exposed corruption. Anaya proved her worth with honesty and brilliance. They stood side by side, not CEO and employee, but equals. Love didn't make them weak, it made them fearless. Months later, at a charity event, cameras flashed as Li Wei held Anaya's hand. "This woman," he said, "taught me that success without love is emptiness." She smiled, not because he was rich, but because he was finally home. And if you're watching this, feeling invisible, remembering a lost love, or doubting your worth, remember this: sometimes life separates you not to break you, but to make you strong enough to meet again. If this story touched your heart, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in destiny, because some crushes don't fade, they wait.